So I'm going to follow Brenda's lead because I'm a little bit short for time tonight and um, ask a few questions around learning related to some of the comments that have been made about procedural learning. So we often ask, what should learners know and be able to do? Know and be able to do is a phrase that we hear all of the time in education. So I want to talk for a second about that, be able to do. And think about it from the idea of muscle memory. And this is important to me because I think about the decade that I spent as the parent of an elite athlete. And we really had a lot of experiences around performance at an extremely high level and all the tiny little variables that can affect a split second performance and how important every little piece is in aligning. So muscle memory is interesting to me as well because as a teenager, I was an ice dancer, a figure skater. And so when the music comes on, I can still do
Equal
all of the
edge
steps
coming
in
out. They look
sequence.
very
I know
comfortable.
exactly what lean I have to be on to match my partner. I know all of these dances inside and out as though I were still dancing them. I certainly couldn't do it with the quality of Torval and Dean, but I know what all the steps are called. I know the beat to the music. I know exactly what people are doing. And it's been 30 years since I performed any of these, but I could still do them on the kitchen floor like it was yesterday. So that muscle memory is really interesting to me. This is another example of where muscle memory becomes controversial. This is Danica Schroeder in second place wearing a t-shirt that says 100% Pure Woman Champ 2006. Danica Schroeder was one of our most promising downhill mountain bike racers, and I was actually at this race. I witnessed this event. Um, she had started placing second, even though that she seemed to be our most promising athlete. She started placing second to the girl who is in the center, Michelle Demurrasque. The interesting thing about Michelle Demurrasque is that she previously competed as a male, transitioned to female, and then started winning um, the female national title for a few years. And so um, all of that sort of controversy aside, the one argument that people were using to say that she should not be allowed to compete as a woman, even though she had transitioned into that gender, was that she had competed previously as a man and had that muscle memory at a level that no other female competitors ever had the opportunity to do. And so the statement from the Danica Schroeder camp was that it was an unfair advantage. Now, this played out, of course, that Danica Schroeder was suspended from cycling. It was resolved. Her suspension was resolved. She apologized. And Michelle Demurrasque went on to be the subject of a movie about the entire experience. But I'd be interested in hearing what others think about what muscle memory plays in our concept of learning.